Well, hi. Good morning, everyone. Bom dia a todos. Vamos ver se começamos a chegar. Hi, Fatma. How are you? It's been a while. Hi, Justina. Can I please ask you guys to share this with your friends so that we can reach more people? Just click on the little arrow down there and just share it with your friends so we can have a little bit more people watching my first live. I'm a little bit nervous. How are you? Let me just share a bit with some of my friends. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, Justina, sorry, I just shared with you. You're already here. So, I'm excited for my first live. Yeah, I'm just sharing with a few of my friends. If you just share with one of your friends, it will be amazing. And if they share with one friend, it's great. How are you guys? At home? So this is my first live. I hope you don't mind if I'm a little bit nervous, but I'll try to do my best and answer all your questions and everything you want to talk about. Okay, so when am I coming back to Egypt? That's a question that I make every day to myself. So what's happening here? I don't know if you know, but well, at least here in Portugal, numbers are rising really badly, and we are in lockdown again. We had one in around March, April, when I came back, and then things started to be a little bit better. But then after Christmas and New Year's, numbers start rising really, really fast. And that's really bad because I think at the moment we are, in percentage of people, we are one of the worst in Europe, or the worst one. Ok? Olá, Max. Até agora és dos poucos portugueses, por isso partilha aí com o pessoal que é para ver se isto sobe um bocadinho. Guys, if I speak Portuguese in the middle, I hope you don't mind, but I have also Portuguese people watching, so if they make any question, I will answer them in Portuguese, and then I will translate to you. Okay? What is going to be our live today about? I'm going to talk a little bit of myself, just a little bit, so that some of you don't know me. But then I'm going to answer all your questions. This is the first live, so I'm going to answer a few questions about piercing in general, whatever you want to know. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the differences between what's happening here, what's happening in... Hi, Letícia. Olá, tudo bem? What's happening in Portugal, the differences between piercing in Egypt, piercing in Portugal. I've been watching a lot of Brazilian piercers. They are top in the world. Eu estava a mencionar que os brasileiros são top e então vou falar um bocadito, comparar com Portugal e o Brasil e o Egito. So I'm going to compare a little bit what's happening in Brazil, Portugal and Egypt, okay? So if you have any question that you want to start with, I'll take notes of all the questions, and I will answer all of them. So for those hi girl. For those who don't know me, so Max, Leticia, where are you going with that taxi driver? So Max is teasing me. He's Brazilian and he doesn't speak much of English, so he's asking me what to do, how to say. Oh, Leticia knows how to say it in English. Okay. Google Translator always help. So guys, my name is Suvi. I'm a Portuguese piercer, and I've been working in Egypt for the past 3 years, I think. I just started piercing as a challenge. I was challenged by a friend that couldn't handle needles, so I was like, okay, let me try and see if I like this or not, because it was something new in my life, because originally my background, I'm a teacher. I'm a PE teacher, and I went to Egypt to be a PE teacher. Okay, so then I really started enjoying what I was doing, and most importantly, I wanted to improve things in Egypt, okay, because I started realizing that the things in Egypt weren't that safe, mainly weren't that safe, okay. So I started even studying more for myself, because when I did my course, I didn't quite feel that I knew a lot, or at least the minimum to start being a piercer, a good piercer. So I started studying, I started watching videos, watching a lot of other piercers, until I found people from Brazil, and they are the best in safety. So I'm following a lot of them. I'm inside a lot of WhatsApp groups, mainly from Max. Leticia Piercer was one of the first ones that I actually started following, and she started, I remember on her profile she was a starter piercing, initial piercer, etc. And now she's really awesome. I can then share her link with you, and you can watch what she does. So I have a first question here. I got 2 iliac piercings yesterday, so how to take care of it because it hurts too much? So first of all, guys, be careful when you get a piercing. You must know where you're going to have it. Where, I mean the person that is going to do it, okay? You have to be very careful, especially nowadays that we have this coronavirus happening, so you can realize how fast a virus can spread, how fast bacteria can spread. So the most important thing you must find in a piercer shop or a piercer place is safety, okay? If you got a piercing and the person who did it didn't tell you how to take care of it, that's a bad sign, okay? Because look, our job as a piercer, it's not just to earn your money introducing a needle or a cannula or whatever, putting a jewelry, and that's it. No, we have to, first of all, when you arrive, we must tell you what to expect. Then you will decide if you want to get a piercing or not, okay? Because sometimes people change their mind when we explain to them what to expect. If people tell you, oh, it's going to be fine, you don't need to worry, I'm just going to put a jewelry on you and that's it, that's a lie, okay? Because getting a piercing, it's something that you need to be very careful. You need to take care of your piercing for a long time. It's not like a tattoo that you do it after 2 weeks, a month and a half, it's healed. No, a piercing takes at least 2 or 3 months to heal, okay? And I'm talking about the lobe, okay? The lobe one is the easiest one to heal. Then it's always increasing healing time, okay? Then it depends on how you take care of it and how your body heals, okay? So how to take care of your piercing? First of all, if you did it yesterday, it's normal that it's hurting, okay? The healing process goes into like 3 different phases, okay? The first phase is hi Anna, sorry. The first phase is you're going to feel some heat. It's going to be like red. It's going to hurt a little bit, and that takes about 3 to 5 days. Okay, so the first week you can feel like this. Okay, then you enter in the second stage of the healing process. That will take about 2 to 3 weeks on that second phase, and that one is when the redness and a little bit of the swelling goes down. You start feeling less pain or no pain, and actually the healing process starts, okay? You have to be very careful, because during that time, if you don't take good care of your piercing, is when the granuloma, the hypertrophic scars can appear. And we're going to talk about it as well, because I realized in Egypt that it's in the pain, because a lot of people have granulomas, okay? Justina, I apply saline spray twice a day, yes, but you can do something even better. What I always recommend to my clients is at least once a day. At least you can do it twice a day, maximum 3 times, okay? But now you can do it at least once a day. I recommend in the morning when you wake up, you can spray some saline into a Q-tip and you can go around your piercing. Guys, it's really important that you try to move at minimum as possible your jewelry, and you reach under the top of your jewelry, between the jewelry and the skin, okay? And if you turn gently the Q-tip with the saline or a gauze, a compress, it will help you even better, okay? Then you turn the Q-tip and you use it on the other side. Don't use the same side on both sides of the piercing, because if you have any bacteria here, you're going to contaminate both of the sides, okay? Use a different Q-tip, a different compress, different sizes of it, okay? So, Leticia is testing me. Can I use alcohol on my piercings? No, guys. Don't use anything else besides saline solution. And it's not the homemade one, okay? For you to reach the perfect amount of salt in the water, you have to be a scientist, okay? And you have to use very good water, like filtered water or distilled water, and you have to use a very good sea salt, okay? So it's a waste of time. You can buy the saline really cheap in the pharmacy, and if you can buy the individual ones, I know that in Egypt is really hard to find those ones, but if you find those individual packs, it's even better. Okay, you use one of those in each time you have to clean it. Okay, yes. If you have a saline spray, yes, you can do it. Don't forget, after you clean it with the Q-tip, don't forget to tap dry. Okay, bacterias, they love humidity. So if you spray it, you clean it, and you leave it wet, it will help the bacteria to spread. Okay, so use a paper towel, okay, and you can gently, or a dry Q-tip, or a dry gauze or compress, and you can gently dry it. Okay, so this is in the morning. Justina and everyone else, I recommend that at this beginning, for this first week, you do a compress, a saline compress. Okay, so you get a compress, a gauze, and or a paper towel, and you soak it in the saline, and you apply it in your piercing. But guys, you have to do it. It's easier if you do it from the back to the front. Okay, so imagine that you have a paper. I'm going to get this little paper here. I soak it, and then it's soaked, and I apply it from the back first and to the front. And this way you make sure all of your piercing is getting the saline, and you leave it there for 5 to 10 minutes. Just lay down, enjoy a bit of TV, rest. Leave it there for 5 to 10 minutes, not less, not more, and this will help a lot to get the blood flow, to improve the blood flow, and the saline will go through and clean your piercing. Okay, after you remove it, you trash it, and again tap dry gently with a paper towel or a dry Q-tip or a dry gauze. Okay, any other questions? Hannah, you're there. Hannah is one of my clients, and I always talk about her. You know, here in Portugal, I give some courses. I teach people how to be piercers. Okay, and I always talk about Hannah and what happened to her. She's a fighter. She never gave up from her piercings, and we made it. And she had a case. Maybe we can do a live, Hannah, and talk about your experience. I think it's going to be really interesting. Justina asks me, should I keep my hair away from my ears until it's fully healed? Yes. Guys, there are a few things you should avoid. When you see a granuloma or a hypertrophic scar, you think, oh my God, there's something wrong. What is this bump coming out of my piercing? The bump is not the problem. Okay, the bump is not the problem. The bump is a way, because your body doesn't have any way to speak with you. So the bump is a way of your body to tell you, hey, there is something happening here, and I'm just giving you a warning. Okay, so if you want to heal a bump, you need to find out what's causing the bump, because the bump is not the problem. Okay, it's just a warning. When you find out what's causing the bump, you avoid that, and your bump is going to heal. Of course, you can help with that healing doing the compress, cleaning, and or applying a disc, an opal disc that will help you. Okay, so You must keep your hair, okay? You must keep your hair away. Try granulomas, the bumps, they come out for two reasons, okay? Physical trauma and chemical trauma. So the physical trauma is everything that involves bumping, pulling, sleeping on it because you're pressing your wound, getting the hair tangled and pulling the clothes, everything. Yeah, mainly this. And then the chemical trauma is when you wear like very harsh products on it, like the shampoo. If it has a lot of chemicals, it's better if you wear a neutral shampoo. Makeup, sometimes you're like, especially nose piercings, you apply makeup and you apply the makeup very, very close. It happens a lot, especially in Egypt, because sometimes you go and tied your hair. Is that how you say it? Yes, tied your hair, and the tint is very, very strong. So if it goes like a little bit on your wound, it will make a bump come out. It will make a lot of pain, and you're going to have a lot of problems, okay? So make sure, perfume, sometimes you're not aware and you and some perfume goes into your wound. Always remember that the piercing is an open wound with a strange object inside, okay? So everything you do to avoid any of this chemical or physical trauma will help you to heal your wound. Then you can help your body, give your body a little extra help by cleaning it with the proper products. Saline solution only. Guys, you don't need to wear anything, to use anything else, okay? If someone tells you to apply some creams or apply something else than saline solution, I'm sorry to tell you, but that person needs to study a lot, okay? I know back then people would say to put bacitracin and fusidine and everything, but guys, that's outdated, okay? That's outdated. Please, the piercing industry is changing every single day. If I tell you that today I know something more than I knew yesterday, maybe you don't believe it. But yes, things are improving, especially in countries that develop a lot, like the States, like Brazil, Spain, a lot of countries in Europe. So a lot of people are studying specifically about piercings, okay, about jewelry, about metals, about kind of needles, etc., etc. So if someone tells you to use anything else besides saline solution, that person shows lack of knowledge, okay? Okay? Saline solution is the best. Why? Because it's the most similar liquid to our body fluids. When we are sick and we go to the hospital, what do they put inside our veins? Saline solution, okay? Clean your eyes, clean your nose, saline solution, okay? It's the best. So more questions. My fear with blood. Okay, yeah, so Tanya is saying she was the one that that was afraid of needles. If you don't know, of course you know. If you've been in our studio, you already know that Tanya is afraid of needles. Sorry, Tanya. Sorry. If someone didn't know, they already know now. So then she challenged me to be a piercer, and okay. Then when Hannah went to our studio, she had this massive bleeding happening, and Tanya stood very strong and she helped me a lot, and Hannah was okay and she's still alive. Aren't you, Hannah? Yes. Well, you're welcome, Tanya. No more fear of blood. Yes. What to do if I don't have no pool? Okay, guys, no pool is not the savior. It's very good. Yes, yes, it is. It's very helpful. Yes, yes, it is. But if you don't have it, because unfortunately it's not everywhere in the world, like I'm the only one in Egypt that has it. At the moment, I'm not there. So it's not the end of the world. You can heal your bumps without the no pull disc, okay? If you go to my highlights, you have a lot of information, and one of the highlights says bumps or hypertrophic scars, and you have a lot of, another one that says dealing with irritated piercings or infections, etc. So you can find a lot of information there, because what I'm going to tell you now, it's there. So if you have any questions, you can then go there and read it again. Most of it, like I said, you need to find out what's causing the bump, okay? Sometimes you're just sleeping on it by accident during the night and you don't realize. So that's why it's important to avoid sleeping on your piercing. If you don't realize, what I recommend is if you wear like a travel pillow, you can wear it here, or you can just put it like a donut and you put your ear inside, okay? So this way your ear is going to be not suffering any pressure, okay? So be careful, don't apply any pressure on it. Try to see if your hair constantly get tangled on it. If you wear glasses, if you like now with the masks, oh my god, I can't imagine piercing with people with fresh piercings taking off and putting masks. I'm pretty sure a lot of times you pull it and it gets tangled and you pull it. So if you don't have the no pull, don't worry. You must keep on cleaning it. If you apply warm compress, how do you do it? You can just grab the individual saline. I'm going to get one. Let me just... Tanya, are you there? If you're there, can you bring me one, please? So, I'm going to try and have one here for you to see. So, if you have like the big one, the saline solution, the big bottle, well, better than nothing. Just pour a little bit in a glass and warm it like a few seconds, 5 seconds in... Okay. Dá-me lá coisinho de soro individual, se faz favor. Just warm it a little bit, then you dip the compress. You have a warm, not hot, a warm compress, and you apply. This will have a lot. This will help a lot with the bump. Okay, what the no pull does is apply like constant pressure on your bump, so you can gently massage your bump during the day. Okay, but always remember, your hands must be very, very clean, because if your hands are dirty, they have bacteria, you put bacteria on your wound, and that's another reason for the bump to tell you, hey, there's something happening here, be careful. Okay, so let's see another question. So guys, I'm pretty sure you can probably find this in Egypt as well. You have a small one, individual one, and a bigger one. So this is like almost 10 ml and this is 5. Okay, so you can buy these. If you find these are better than the big bottle, because these are sterile. Once you open them, you use the entire bottle and then you throw it away. The big bottle, you open it, and of course bacteria can go inside. It's not easy to find it, but if you can, please, it's better than nothing, better than the other one. Okay, come back. Oh, I wish I can. I have to go, but I love this video, very informative. Thank you, Suvi. Thank you, Hannah. We're going to do a live together so we can talk about what happened with you. So guys, if you have any more questions, please let me know. I know there's a lot to talk about. I want to talk about a lot of things so you can learn how to take care of your piercings, learn what to expect in a piercer, in a piercing shop. Pharmacies in Cairo have the small ones, Tanya says. Okay, thank you, Tanya, for that information. Can I change the earrings to myself? Well, if it's a fresh piercing, I don't recommend that you change it yourself. Why? Because if it's still healing, so imagine this is your wound, this is your piercing, and the wound, our body is fantastic. Our body has a lot of ways to keep us safe, okay? Our first safety shield is our skin that protects us from the external bacteria and viruses and everything, okay? So when we damage our first shield, our body tells the army to go and close it, heal that shield again, okay? So imagine we insert a needle and we make a hole on the skin. Then we leave a cannula if we use this kind of needle, or we apply the jewelry right after, okay? We keep the path and we insert the jewelry. Yes? So this jewelry is not allowing the hole to close, because the first thing that our body does is to try and close that hole again, so we are protected from the external how do you say it? Well, the bacteria and the virus, okay? So that jewelry is keeping the hole open. Remember that I told you that a piercing is an open wound with a strange object? So if that strange object is safe, what's the first thing that the first couple of days, like 3-5 days, a week, what happens is the body is trying to realize if that metal is safe to keep. So if that metal is a safe metal, and I'm going to talk about this kinds of safe metals that the body accept. If that metal is good, it will keep it and it will start healing around, okay? If the metal is not safe, we're going to have a lot of issues, okay? So imagine the body is still healing. There is no new skin around yet. So the hole is still open. What do you think is going to happen when you remove the thing that keeps the hole open? What is going to happen? Do you know? So I have the hole, I have the jewelry here, I remove the jewelry. What's going to happen to this? It's going to close right away. Our body is going to send the armies again. Hey, we have an open wound. Please go and close it to save us from the external threats. So if you remove the jewelry by yourself, most probably, yes, it will close. So don't do it by yourself. If you go to a piercer shop, that person should have the ability, should have the knowledge to change the jewelry without causing any more trauma in that wound, okay? So if it's not healed, don't remove the jewelry, don't change the jewelry. You should only change the jewelry when it's fully healed, okay? And fully healed, hi Mike, thank you, obrigada. Fully healed, it's not when it stops hurting, okay? Fully healed, it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a year, okay? It takes a lot of time, fully healed, okay? So, guys, we took like around 40 minutes here. Time flies. If you don't have any other questions for today, I want to thank you about this for this time. If you have any questions, anything that you would love me to talk about during these lives, just send me a message. I'm going to open the little question box answers to know your answers and know what you want to talk about. And I'm going to open now to know what you think about. How do you feel about this live? Okay, let me know. It was my first. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can join me on the next ones. Where's the baby? Oh, she's outside with grandma. I think now she's having a meal. She's having a lunch. Okay. Maybe one day I'll show her like hello, and you can meet her. Okay. Oh. I think someone is coming. Someone is coming. Look, Mike. Mike. Sí, espera. She came to say hi. So, guys, see you very soon. I will post when I'll do the other live. And I miss you guys. Really, I really miss you. And I think this way, it's a way of us to keep in touch. Okay? Thank you, Fatma. I really miss you. Guys, thank you so much. And see you next time. I'm going to keep this live recorded on my Instagram, just in case you want to take a few notes from what I said. Okay? Thank you, Haya. Bye-bye.